on the Vince Everett Ellison show. I told you that Barack Obama was gay. And we're going to talk about that today on the Vince Everett Ellison show. All right, let's get this thing started. Y'all been trying to fight it. Y'all been trying to hide from it ever since 2007 when you first saw Barack Obama. I knew that joke was limp-wristed then. Tried to tell you. Been screaming from the mountaintops since 2007. How long is that now? Oh, golly. Is this 2000? It's almost 20 years almost, man. Been trying to tell you about Barack Obama. And this joker finally done sat down and talked too much. One of the comments of the day, one of the people commented, I told him I was going to steal it from him. He said that, he told a joke. He said, the son tells his dad, he says, Dad, when I become a man, I'm going to become a Democrat. His dad said, son, you can't do both. You can't be a man and a Democrat. You have to choose. You can't be both of them. They're incompatible. And that is so true. And thank you for the joke. I'm going to use it for the rest of my life. You can't, son, when you grow up, you can't be a man and a Democrat. You got to choose. Barack Obama made that absolutely positively clear when that joker did everything he could but come out the closet and he didn't even know he had done it. He afterward, he said, what? Huh? What did I say? Barack, y'all, is going to sit on television and tell people that your son should have gay men around him and should have gay friends. And that stupid, ignorant Ivy League fool did not know that that's probably about the worst thing you could say to a black man, to a Christian man, to a real man, to a man of God. So it has become absolutely positively clear now. It's unavoidable. You can't argue with it no more. That if you side with the Democrat Party, put on your pink panties, grab your ankles. End of story, you're gay. I've been saying that for a long time. I even got a podcast out saying that if a man is part of the Democratic Party, he's gay. And I put out another podcast that said why real men hate the Democratic Party. And now Barack Obama this week just solidified the whole dadgum thing. The same way I told y'all last week that Trump was listening to my podcast because Trump took out that MLK bust. Yeah. Barack was too. And Barack said, that's right. I'm going to let everybody know. Everybody going to know. It ain't nothing wrong with it. That's right. I hang out with gay men. I like gay men. I like gay stuff. Golly. The dude gay Everett Ellison, the openly gay guy that they said Martin Luther King Jr. was getting down with and was part of the openly gay communists that helped King start the SELC and introduced him to Stanley Levinson. Yeah, he gave him posthumously the Presidential Gold Medal. Coincidence? Named a Navy vessel, the USS Harvey Milk. Who was Harvey Milk? Harvey Milk was an openly gay city council person that got killed in San Francisco by Dan White. Yeah. Now, Trump has changed it since then. One of the first movies he did on Netflix was about Everett Ellison again. Yeah. Everything he did in his administration was for LGBTQ people. That's right. He made sure they get sex changes on Obamacare. He made sure they got gay marriage. He lit up the White House in rainbow colors. He had Ricky Martin come for LGBTQ fundraiser, all kind of stuff for LGBTQ people. Something going on there, y'all. Now, you know what? I'm not the type to cast aspersions. I just call things like it is. I call balls and strikes. And Barack Obama said he had a college professor that was gay, that called him out when he was ignorant. And I don't know what else he did for him. But if you don't believe me, you can listen to it yourself.
I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't outlawed. Need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that Barack told everything that needed to be said. Question I have is, how did Barack know he was gay? What, he just walked up to him? I'm going to tell you something, man. This is what gets me with these people. All of my life, I've been told there's some things you don't talk about in polite company. One is how much money you got. Another was your ailments. And another one, and some people say you don't talk about religion. I mean, you can do that with, certain friends, but not in polite company. And another one, you don't talk about your sexual proclivities, how you get down. It's just something that you just don't do. I got 4 brothers. And we've never talked about it. Never. We've never sat down and talked about that part of our lives. But now you got this other generation. Because they want to know if you want to get down with them. Hell, my name is so-and-so, so-and-so, and this is how I get down. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. And then when somebody judges them about it, they want to get an attitude. They want to get mad. Act like they want to fight. Hell, keep your business to yourself. So how did Barack Obama know that the college professor was gay? Did Barack ask him? If he asked him, why did Barack want to know? Did the college professor tell him? If the college professor told him, why would he tell him as a college professor? Back in the 80s? Could it be that this might be the guy that turned Barack out? Could this be why Barack married a person that looked like a man? He brought O.C. Allen and all them old gay pastors to the White House. He just always did stuff for the... Oh, man. And I'm going to tell you what's going on, because this is a satanic party. That's always... It's not just them doing it. There's always a reason behind what they do. Listen, Barack said this for a reason. He did all the stuff he did for a reason. There's a satanic reason behind what these Democrats do. It has nothing to do with LGBTQ rights or gay marriage. No. It's about this. It's about putting this nation, the United States of America, in a direct collision with God Almighty. Let me explain. The LGBTQ lifestyle is highly, highly contradicting when it comes down to the Bible. It is complete contradiction. You don't believe me? Okay, let's go to first Romans. You ready? Romans 1. Let's go to 26th chapter. It said, because of this, God gave them over to shameful lust. Even their women exchanged natural sexual relations for unnatural ones. In the same way, the men also abandoned natural relations with women and were inflamed with their lust for one another. Let me read that again. 27th verse. In the same way, the men also abandoned natural relations with women and were inflamed with their lust for one another. Men committed shameful acts with one another and received in themselves the due penalty of their error. And this is when it gets interesting. It's not just the men that did this that went down. No. This is what they did to the people around them. Although they know God's righteous decree that those who do such things deserve death, they not only continue to do these very things, but also approve of those who practice them. So the Bible says if you approve who practice these things, you also deserve death. Didn't say you get it, it said you deserved it. And he's getting you to approve them because he's saying it's okay. Therefore, you should say it's okay. And the Bible says, Although they know God's righteous decree that those who do such things deserve death, and they not only continue to do these things, but also approve of those who practice them. Those who also approve of those who practice them. So Brock's telling y'all to approve of it. Say you need gay friends. That means approve of it. See the little game he played with y'all? And then he'll get preachers up there to tell you the same thing. Approve of it. Approve of it. He tells the nation to approve of it. To approve of it. And the Bible tells you that if you approve of it, you deserve death. And what did they say? Approve of it. It goes full circle with the Satan in the garden. Oh, you won't surely die. Disobey God. Nobody's telling you to be mean to these people. Nobody's telling you to do harm to these people. Nobody is telling you to hurt them. But we are saying you should say, I do not approve of your behavior. It's very simple. Just like I don't approve of an alcoholic's behavior, I don't approve of a loose woman's behavior, I don't approve of a thief, a fornicator, a whoremonger, I don't approve of their behavior. No one said hurt. Nobody said be cruel to. Nobody said do anything wrong. They said don't approve of the behavior. And if you see that someone is acting in that way, you're supposed to tell them, the Bible says I don't approve of that. Why not? Bible says it. But what about this? I don't care what you say. I don't approve of it. And there's nothing you're going to say that's going to change my mind. Yeah, y'all, this is what this was all about. Yeah. He told, said on the podcast that boys who have fathers should get gay friends. These gay friends might give them a different perspective on their dads.
That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
Mm-hmm. One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to make this absolutely positively clear to you. If my wife or my baby mama let me know that she's letting a gay man around my son or my children, I ain't going to touch her. Don't never put a hand on them, or put your hands on a woman. I'm going to beat the hell out of that gay dude. He ain't going to never come around my child again. Because I don't care what y'all say. All behavior is learned, and all behavior can be unlearned. Unless something is wrong with you, you can learn and control your behavior. If you can't control your behavior, that means you have a mental condition and you just need to go to a psychiatrist and get some help. Get on your knees and get some help. Go to a sociologist and get some help. But if you are in your right mind, you should be able to control what you do. And you shouldn't be talking about sexual stuff around children. No child should know your sexuality. And if somebody knows your sexuality and you say, I'm attracted to men and boys, you should say, you can't be around my son because I wouldn't let you around my daughter. Hell wrong with you? And you got these women with all these old gay friends hanging out with these boys. That's why so many young boys end up turned out now. Ain't because women are doing it, because men are doing it. And Barack Obama telling you you need gay friends. Boy, you better be glad he got Secret Service protection. That's all I can say. We ain't making no threats against the former president. Let's make that plain. I don't need the Secret Service knocking at my door. Let's just make it plain right here. That Barack Obama couldn't babysit a child of mine, okay? And to let it be understood and known that this guy was over the security of the United States of America and the education of our children tells you why the black community is in such bad shape right now. And this should be the clarion call for all of y'all to cut this joker loose. If you didn't have a good reason to cut him loose before, you should have a good reason to cut him loose there because he lied before he became president, telling he believed that marriage was between one man and one woman. He sat up there at Rick Warren's church and told that lie.
Define marriage.
I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman. Now, for me as a Christian,
As soon as he got into the White House, after fooling all y'all, because I knew he was lying. And even right now, you're so enamored with him that you will leave your God to be him because they are your God. The Democratic Party brought all of them your God. Don't walk around telling. And the streets are going off. It's about time y'all went off. Y'all kind of went off on him last year when he took his little lip rested behind up there and told all those black men that they need to vote for Kamala Harris because she was black and she was a woman. And he had half of it right. She was a woman, but she wasn't black. Don't be chastising black men telling them they need to vote for her because she's black and she's a woman.
Barack Hussein Obama, please have several seats, sir, or whatever pronoun you prefer. You've already served your 2 terms, and apparently it's hard for you to come to terms with the fact that you are no longer relevant, but you are no longer relevant. You were the biggest hoax that the elites pulled on this country.
And so black folks went off on him about that. So now he comes out and tells black people, y'all need gay friends. Black men that they need gay friends. I guess they say they need him as a friend, I guess what he's trying to say. Y'all, I'm gonna have a good time with this one. Like I said again, when your enemy is drowning, you don't throw him a life preserver. You know, Satan's trick is try to get you not to only accept this, but to celebrate it. His trick is to get you to celebrate it. He sends his minions out there every day to tell you, there's nothing wrong with this. You won't surely die. So they want you walking around taking HIV PrEP for the rest of your life, taking HIV drugs for the rest of your life, walking around wearing diapers for the rest of your life, not being able to have children that will take care of you in your old age. Because, you know, men getting down with men can't have children. And people are getting tired and they're getting hip to the fact that this whole group is sexually grooming children. Anytime you find yourself a gay manifesto, you're finding something about getting children away from their parents. They did it in 1969 with this Boston gay liberation thing after a Stone Hole, whatever the place was, a little gay nightclub. Stonewall, yeah, the Stonewall riot inside New York City when they broke up this gay nightclub. They said pedophilia and everything, prostitution, everything was going on in it. And so they put out this little manifesto. And in the manifesto, they said they wanted to liberate children from their parents so they could have access to them. And they wanted to put up 24-hour daycare centers so they could have access to them. They had the Boston gay liberation thing. They've always wanted to get to your children. They just made you believe there's some type of virtue in what they were doing. There's never any virtue in it. But they got themselves a president. He lied to get in, lied to you. You believed him. You believe these Democrats, anytime they say something, they let you know the LGBTQ is part of their agenda. They've told you that. Joe Biden had a bunch of weirdos in his administration. Rachel Levine, guy walking around in a dress, looking like an ugly man in a dress. Pete Buttigieg, married to a dude. I think he's adopted 2 black children to pull them into that foolishness. It's amazing how these gay men like to adopt black children, too. Every time you find yourself a gay couple some kind of way, they act like, they got to go to the adoption, go and adopt some black children. But you know what? It goes down to it, though. Y'all remember the Bible? When Pharaoh had discovered that the children of Israel were getting too numerous, and he sent his troops down, and he told the midwives, he said, if there is a girl child, let her live. If there's a boy child, kill him. Kill the boy child. It's amazing he didn't say that girls needed gay friends, did he? It's amazing that they didn't go after the Girl Scouts. They went after the Boy Scouts. It's amazing how they've gone after boys. They haven't really gone after girls. They've uplifted girls. They've destroyed boys. They're afraid of manhood. They're afraid of the lion. They know that as long as they can bind the strong man, that the thief can come in and shake up the house of the strong man. They know that they'll always get weak men to bow and ask for the affirmation of men as opposed to the affirmation of God. But Barack Obama talked a little bit too much the other day. Let everybody know there's a good chance he was turned out by his college professor. Let everybody know what his goal in life is. To help every man get a gay friend. And have that gay friend have a lot of influence over him. Well, again, we're at that crossroads, aren't we? Whether we are going to follow God or follow man. Most of you black Democrats, though, and this is where your crossroad is. If you can't see this, you're more blind than Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and a bat. Bible makes it so clear, even a fool can understand it. It says, but he said that although they know God's righteous decree, those who do such things deserve death. They not only continue to do these very things, but also approve of those who practice them. If you vote for the Democratic Party, you are approving of those that practice them. They have a gay rights plank in their party platform, which means, just in case you didn't understand what it meant, it means that they approve of it, and if you vote for their candidates, it means that you approve of it. They passed the Equality Act, basically saying that if churches didn't marry gay couples, they were going to take the tax exemption of the churches. It passed Nancy Pelosi's House back in 2000. They sent it to 2020. They sent it up to the Senate where the Republicans filibustered it. The Equality Act would have forced private schools to take in gay teachers or lose their tax exemptions. It would have required so many things that would have given people who like to get down the way they get down special privileges over everybody else in society. And the Democrats passed it. Joe Biden said he would have signed it. Yeah, would have made mosques and synagogues and churches, religious schools, all of them, except the LGBTQ agenda. And you people, you Democrats, support it. Y'all be ashamed of yourself. And then you wonder why your neighborhoods are destroyed. You wonder why your schools are destroyed. You wonder why your families are destroyed. Your economy is destroyed. It's time for y'all to decide whose side you're on. Again, I read it to you over and over again. Romans 1 and 32 says that if you agree with this lifestyle, if you approve of it, and that means if you vote for it, that means you approve of it. If you approve of this lifestyle, you support this lifestyle, you deserve death, and that means you're sinning against God. But again, all Vince Ellison can do is tell you, I can't make you do anything. I can only pull your coat. You got Barack Obama on television, sitting there with his gay brother-in-law and his man-looking wife saying that all men, all boys need gay friends, and that he had a gay teacher. How he knew his professor was gay, I don't know. You had this guy by the name of Larry Sinclair that was on Tucker Carlson talking about he got down with Barack in the back of a limousine. Yeah, that's true. He said it. I didn't say it. I can show you the video. Larry said it. Dude took a polygraph test. Dude signed an affidavit. Dude had a press conference. Barack Obama never refuted it. And now Barack's out there walking around with the rainbow flag on, and I wrapped around him. And I told y'all years ago, I showed you the picture of him on the cover of Newsweek magazine with the halo around his head, saying the first gay president. And I told you then that joker was who he was. So it still feels so good to be vindicated. And it feels so good to let all of my listeners and viewers and friends know that Vince Ellison was right. I told you I know these jokers. I told you I know them. I told you I know them. I know them. I know them. Had that sucker pegged from day one. So don't y'all ever doubt me again. And I'm going to keep on bringing this to you because I'm here to wake you up. Hope I did you some good here today. So join me again for another edition of the Vince Everett Ellison Show. All right, friends, Vince Everett Ellison is here. I want you to go to my website, and on my website, you're going to see a lot of great stuff, man. You're going to see that we got t-shirts, we got caps, you got my books, my documentaries, you got all kinds of stuff on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Go there. We're dropping new t-shirts, we're dropping new merchandise. My new book, The End of Tolerance, is there. The End of Tolerance. Make sure you get it. Make it number one. If you got my first three, get The End of Tolerance. It's just as good. And it's telling us we have to end our tolerance with these leftists, these Democrats. We can no longer allow them to sexually groom our children. We can no longer allow them to castrate little boys and call them little girls, run God out of the public square, take away our guns, take away our sovereignty. No longer allow it. So go on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. That is VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Hit merchandise. You'll see the t-shirts. You'll see the caps. You'll see the books. You'll see the documentaries. You'll see it all. And let's keep this ball rolling. God bless you.